to know how to build wealth when buying real estate.
Hey y'all, welcome back. My name's Shawn.
And I'm Kyle.
And each week we have a new key that unlocks another mystery of real estate.
And don't forget, not only are we doing all these videos to provide a little entertainment and value for you.
Nope, we're doing it to provide entertainment and value for us too. Because we're active real estate agents in the Atlanta market and we want you to hire us. We want you to trust us to find you an agent anywhere in these United States. And finally,
we really want you to love us.
Please do. And if you do, hit love, subscribe, share, tell your friends.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Well, before we begin, I just wanted to point out this is actually our 25th video that we've done.
It is? Yeah. He's the detail guy. Kyle, it's been a lot of fun.
It has been fun.
And I hope you've enjoyed them too. And what's on tap for today?
Well, this week our question came to us from a Richie Rich who wants to know how to build wealth when buying real estate.
Well, there are videos all over YouTube that will tell you how to make money in real estate. But we realize that most of you watching don't own rental properties and don't have the time or skills to renovate and flip houses. So we're gonna keep this video simple and really talk about how even buying your primary residence makes you an investor, or at least you should think like one.
Well, when Shawn first started investing in Atlanta real estate, all he said was that you need to just look for the gay flags. Gay flags. And he told his clients to do the same thing. You see, there were areas around the city that were forgotten about and run down, and not just here in Atlanta, but cities nationwide. The gays gradually moved into these homes and started to improve them. Property values in the neighborhoods began to improve, and then people and families started moving in and paying top dollar for these homes. And if you owned real estate in this area, then you were likely to make a lot of money from it. A great example of this in Atlanta are East Atlanta Village and Grant Park.
Yes, no question. So are you ready to go out and find your home with the white picket fence? You may think you're just going out to find a place to live, but you're actually going out to find a good real estate investment. Just as Kyle said, you don't have to buy a rental property or flip houses to be considered an investor. From the time you begin your real estate search, to the improvements that you make on the home along the way, to the time you sell it, you should be thinking like an investor.
Well, the first rule of thumb when trying to make money in real estate is that you never want to buy the most expensive home in any neighborhood. Instead, you should buy the best home that you can afford in the most expensive neighborhood. The reason for this is because as those more expensive homes' values start to increase, they're also going to bring the value of yours up.
Yeah, and it's important to be really clear about your intentions for the home. Are you going to be in the home 4 years, 10 years, or maybe it's your forever home? Knowing that critical detail will help you in your Fruit Loop make a decision on whether the property you're looking at is a good investment for you.
And the average American home appreciates in value 3% on average each year, and some are more, some are less, just depending on the city you live in. For example, in this hot market here in Atlanta, we saw an increase in home values of 25% last year, as compared to Iowa that only saw an increase of 6%.
As we've said in our prior videos, the best way to make money in real estate is to buy your home in a buyer's market and sell your home in a seller's market. But we know that life is what happens when we're busy making plans, so it's always important to be like a Boy Scout and be prepared, because when you're ready to sell your home, you're going to be paying upwards of 6% in fees. So considering the average American moves every 4 years, thinking about your primary residence as an investment is critical.
Well, it's said that kitchens and bathrooms sell houses, and that's also because they're the most expensive renovations to do. And if you're buying a house that already has this done, then that's a smart real estate investment decision. Whether it's been done or you plan to do it, just make sure that it's timeless and it will be on trend whenever you go to sell it. We're starting to see things like color cabinets come back in fashion, and maybe you like all the colors of the rainbow and decide to paint everything. Keep in mind that can cause an issue whenever you go to sell it. Remember not to only think about your own personal taste, but also the potential money that you can make whenever it's time to sell.
It's important that you look at every home that you're interested in buying through the eyes of an investor. Because when you do that, you'll likely see some red flags. And those red flags will not only be seen by you, but they'll be seen by the buyer that buys the property if you don't remedy those problems. So when you see those flags, say, is this something that I can fix? If it isn't, then you'll be dealing with that when you get ready to sell the property. Like for example, maybe you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home like most people are, but the home is 3-bedroom, 1-bath. You decide to buy it anyway, but first you need to make sure, is there a place for that second bathroom? If so, you've got a new bathroom that you can enjoy the entire time you live there, and you've solved the problem when you get ready to sell the house.
Voila.
Voila. That's right.
Your home is where dreams were made and also where you raise your family. But before you buy, you should also think about who are you going to be able to sell it to in the future? What's going on around you? How are the schools? Is the neighborhood in decline or is it up and coming? And are there any plans for future development?
What comes to mind is that property in Edgewood that I showed you on Hardy Street.
Yeah.
Down the street was a parking lot full of Georgia Power trucks, and I had some intel that that large parking lot was going to be a shopping center. So we bought this house at a steal, moved in, renovated, and 3 years later, they completed the Edgewood Retail District. Huge win for us. We sold the house. We made $200,000 in profit.
Well, that was a really good investment decision.
Yes.
And the Atlanta Beltline is another good example about how development can make people money. People that live near the Beltline have seen a dramatic increase in their property values, and that's because of the walkability and the development that's been built up along it, such as Pont City Market, Madison Yards, Krog Street Market, and even the Beacon. Since the Beltline's only partially finished, people are still able to buy more affordable homes on the unfinished parts of the Beltline and are likely to see a huge return on investment in the upcoming years, which is literally exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, you made a good real estate investment decision.
Faux show.
Faux show. So maybe you've heeded our advice. You've bought a house that is perfect for your family, but is also a good investment. You've made improvements to that house over the years that have stood the test of time, but now it's time to sell. Well, I don't care if you've lived in that house as a pig the entire time. Oh, go ahead. The entire time you've lived there, but now you're going to sell it, so it's important that it be absolutely correct. All the maintenance needs to be done. The house needs to be cleaned. The yard needs to be manicured perfectly because you want that buyer to leave your house thinking, I don't have to do anything. And I think the grass might even cut itself. But really, if you have an investor's mind from the time you begin the search to the time you sell and take care of all those little details add up to thousands of dollars in profit for you and your family.
And now that you know a little bit more about how to build wealth when buying real estate, be sure to tune into us next week when we talk about why buying a home in the up-and-coming southeast part of Atlanta is a good investment.
Yep, tune into us every Wednesday at 1 o'clock as these freshly haircutted real estate detectives unlock another mystery of real estate.
And don't forget, not only are we the millennial and Gen X of real estate.
I'm the millennial.
Well, I guess I'm Gen X.
No, you're not.
But we also want to be your dream team.
That's right, you're dreaming this team. We specialize in single family homes and TLC, that's Townhomes, Lofts, and Condos.
And it's always tender, loving care.
Always baby.
Aww.
For watching our videos. If you want to buy or sell real estate in the in-town Atlanta market, we want to be your trusted advisors. And if you live anywhere else in the United States and want to be connected to a full-time licensed real estate professional in your area, we can help with that too, and at no cost to you. I'm a poet, didn't know it. Anyway, connect with us on our website at yourrealestatedetectives.com.
In fact, be sure to follow us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, at The Real Estate Detectives. And finally, we want you to like us.
Like us!
So if you found value in these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend.
That's right!
Hey, y'all.
Hey!
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.